computer, of course. All right, we're on. Yenge quieno. Yenge, mbote, mbote.
Shenge.
Yenge.
Yenge, tomane yang.
Yenge.
I'm so happy to see everybody. We are here. Hi, YouTube. Hi, everybody. We are back with a series part 2 of Meet and Greet in Kikongo. So I'm going to put the PowerPoint on so that we can see what we have in store for today's meeting. We're going to learn some more Kikongo. And there's even a proverb in Kikongo. So I'm excited about that. Let's put it on. And action. All right. So we are the International Federation of Descendants of the Kongo Kingdom. And we have this acronym FIDRK, but that acronym is coming from the French, which looks almost exactly alike. I got to work on my French. Fédération. That's the only one I'm sure about. Fédération Internationale. Yeah. And so we can line up the acronym FIDRK. FIDRK, or in Spanish, FIDRK. And that is us. Greetings from Fumu Moyo. Yenge to all of you in the name of Tatan Zambi and our ancestors. Wishes of love and peace. But we've got more. All right. So again, this is the English version of our name, International Federation of Descendants of the Kongo Kingdom. Last week, we went over who can join. And I don't have that slide for this week, but I might bring it up later on. So here's a continuing message from Mfumu Moyo. So this is going to help us understand, why are we here? What is this federation? The vision of the federation derives, go back, from the humanitarian idea to end the moral suffering of Kongo descendants scattered and isolated throughout the world, out of their ancestral lands. We didn't choose to be here, but we're here. By promoting identity, unity through culture, and rapprochement through the reestablishment of historical, cultural, spiritual, and identity bonds broken by slavery and colonization. So we had all this, it was broken, but we're back. The Kongo Kingdom, through the Federation, is back. We have some more to add on to this. 3 main objectives of our meeting today are, first, to promote reconciliation and unity, to develop a sense of belonging to the Universal Kongo Brotherhood within the Federation, to live together through a culture of peace and love. And I feel the love already. I want to say, Inuzolele! I love all of you guys. I'm feeling that first objective already, just by seeing the first people that came into the Zoom. Love, let's keep the love flowing. That's one of the most powerful spiritual concepts ever. The second thing of our objectives is to become familiar with the vision of the Federation. Today, we're going to see that vision a little more. There's more to it, but we're going to get a little closer to what that is. So become familiar with the vision of the Federation to understand its purpose and objectives. And the third reason, come on down, is we're going to learn some basics of the Kikongo language and the Kongo culture through vocabulary and proverbs. We got a proverb today. I can't wait for you guys to hear it, literally. All right. So this little picture, I'm going to try my best to explain it. Maybe I'll, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to stop. No, I'll keep it on here. So what you're looking at right here, it's called Project Launch. And this right here is the goal for where we're headed. This is the international organization architecture of the Federation, FIDRK, by chapters. So what you're about to see is just examples, but imagine this. We have a chapter called FIDRK DRC. It would be reversed in French and Spanish. It would be RDC. So there's going to be a chapter in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, but it will be FIDRK. We're also going to have a French chapter and a Colombian chapter. And I forgot the name of that country chapter. USA is going to have a chapter. Yenge, welcome, whoever just came in. Panama is going to have a chapter. Angola is going to have their own chapter. Gabon is going to have their own chapter. And then there'll be a group in the center that will help communicate to each chapter. So everybody's going to be, once those 10, so basically as soon as we get 10 people from the DRC, we can set up a DRC chapter. As soon as we get 10 or more people in France, we can set up a France chapter. 10 or more in each country. And of course, countries that you don't see will also be a part of this big circle. And that'll be the central operating in the middle. That's the central, like sort of like, I don't want to call it headquarters, but the central governing body. So we are prepared to bring everybody from all corners of the globe into one place. But because it's virtual, we have we're not limited. So awesome. Welcome, Yenge, to those who are entering. So let's look at the next thing. This is our agenda for the day. Some of the stuff we've already done. I explained about the acronym. The acronym is coming from French, even though we can say the name of the Federation in English. And we went through the greetings. So we're going to go and do what we did last time. And I'm going to try something. There's 10 of us today. Your name, the country you're from, and the country of residence. The vision and history. I started with a little bit, but there's more to come with the vision and the history. So we're not done with that. Project launch is where I was. Explaining the chapters. Okay, so the image that you were just looking at, this is the, oops, let me go back. The image is designed to help you visualize the structure of the Federation with local national communities across the world surrounding a central command of people running it in the middle. Let me go back to that image so you guys can see it. So there's that image again, especially if you're just joining us. So this is a central command in the middle, and these will be the countries all over the world. Just imagine Australia is going to have one. I was going to say Hawaii. Hawaii would be a part of the United States. But, you know, the island the islands may have their own chapter, depending if they want to, because cultures can be different. Like Puerto Rico, for example, we could have a Puerto Rican chapter. Woo-hoo! We can have a Dominican Republic chapter, the Virgin Islands chapter. So there's no limit to what we can do here in the Federation with gathering us and having us be in one accord. So I'm going back. So we were talking earlier about learning the culture through vocabulary and proverbs. We're going to go over what we learned last week. If you weren't here last week, we learned Yenge, Mbote. Some of us already knew it, but others didn't. And then we're going to learn some new phrases. We're going to take the word, since we have Mbote, we're going to add to the front Kiambote, and we can say Kiambote, Kiaku, Kiambote, Kienu. We'll go over those and more. And then we have a proverb of the day. So I don't want to do the spoiler alert. Let me go back. We're going to go back to this because now we have a little more, few more participants. All right, so self-introduction, name, country of origin, country of residence. I'm going to stop sharing this for a second. All right, so I'm gonna put my thing in gallery view. It already is. I'm only seeing 6. Maybe some people don't have their camera on. But does anybody want to start? Name, country of origin. We did it last week, but some people are new this week. Yenge, Mbote.
Yenge Keno, Yenge Botezeno. I'm Alain. I'm from France. Actually, my origin, my birth country is Congo Brazzaville.
Mm.
Yes, but I spent most of my time outside of Congo Brazzaville, more than half of my life. Well, it's a chance because this allowed me to discover cultures around the world and helps me understand better people that have different cultures from mine. So it's a great pleasure for me to assist this Zoom meeting. It's the first one I'm attending because the first one I was unable to. I was busy in another matter, so I regretted that. So this time I said I would do whatever to be able to connect and meet people.
Yes. Gizambote.
Mboteza Jingi.
Ingeta. So I'm looking, it says Tungi. Am I pronouncing that right? Tungi?
Tungi.
Tungi.
Well, Tungi is I asked my mom, what name would have you given me if you hadn't given me that French Alain name? And she said, we would have called you Ntungi because your Ntungi means someone who builds, a constructor, a builder. Because
Love
you're the one
it.
who build things. So, and I told her, but I haven't built anything yet. So she said, but you better start doing it. So,
Living up to the name. Well, you're in the Federation, so we got lots to build. So we got a lot of Ntungi to do.
yeah, a lot.
So it means one who builds. It's a noun.
Build. And my family name is Kubemba. Kubemba means someone who works.
Oh, so we work in
So,
a building.
work in the building. So I hope I'll honor this name correctly.
I'm actually taking notes,
Oh,
writing it down. Ntungi, because names are so deep. Ntungi is a
they do have
builder.
it. Yeah. Well, but if I think a little, I might have started building something because I've written some novels
Yes,
which have located in ancient Africa. So maybe that's building something for our culture, I think.
indeed,
After
because
all,
we're gonna
I think I've
start a
started.
big library. We could have it just like I see the books behind you. We could start a big library of
Yes, it is.
Kikongo, our own Kikongo library. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a wonderful brother, Luya Luca, who told us his name earlier before you joined us. And I know that our brother Luya Luca has books. So we're gonna have a big library of beautiful things. Our people are so intelligent. And I just want to say that to anybody listening in YouTube, especially if you're from the diaspora of the United States, we are somebody. We are people who are very intelligent. Don't believe the lie that you are nobody. You are something. Look at your beautiful brothers here on the screen. We've got writers, we've got builders, we've got professionals. So there is
Sure.
hope. We are here and we're going to come together and do what the world thinks we can't do, which is get along with each other and love each other and support each other. This is a beautiful thing. And I am so privileged to meet and see y'all's faces. I feel like I already knew you in the spirit because my experience as a diasporan from the Americas, it's a like if I know from the continent you have had gone through colonization but from my perspective, and others can chime in, it's like you're adopted and your mother's somewhere out there, you just don't know where she is. You know that she's somewhere in the continent, but you don't know where. You don't have a language, so it's like you're looking for your mom your whole life. And there's no feeling that it's like an itch you can't scratch. Like, I met people for years like, oh, am I from Ghana? Do I look like you guys? Or am I from Nigeria? Do I look like y'all? Where am I from? Ethiopia? Where am I from? And now I'm here. It's like, this is home for me. Congo is home. And Anybody watching, Congo is your home. You are welcome in the Federation. We're going to continue.
Ingeta.
Anybody else want to introduce themselves and say where they're from?
Yang Bote, Makielu Zambi from New Oxford, Pennsylvania / Baltimore, Maryland. I'm from both. And my ancestors are Baluba. They live in the area of Katanga.
Ingeta. Tomane Yangalala. I am happy. All right, who's next?
I can take the floor.
Yes.
So, Mbote Zeno.
Mbote.
So, my family name is Malanda. I'm from Congo, Brazzaville, but I'm living in France since around 40 years now. I think this year it will be 40 years I'm living in France. I came here in France for study or as a student, and I stay here since that time. And I think that's all. About my name, for example, the signification of my name, I got several explanations from different people. In some region of Congo Brazzaville, this name was given to the child who was born after several ceremony. If, for example, the mother have difficulty to get a children, they make some ceremonies and some things, medicine, traditional things, and the children who born after, it's called Malanda. And at the beginning, this was the name dedicated to the girl, not to the man, or the name for the girl. And the name also means, in some other region, who is follow something, which is came after something. So this name is also given to the someone who born after a twin. When you have a twin, and I think not immediately after twin, but several times, several children after twin, someone can be called Malanda. It's always meaning that you are coming after something. You are not the first one. You are coming after ceremony, after something, because Landa means to follow. The verb Kulanda means to follow. Malanda, I think, means globally the fact that you are following. Because in Kikongo, you are always some prefix, ma or ku, who are globalizing the concept of something. You have the verb, and you put a prefix, ma or ku or bu, bumuntu, bukongo, like I think our brother Luka wrote a book called Bukongo. This means something formalizing the concept of Congo, or formalizing the concept of Landa, or formalizing the concept of Muntu when you are saying Bumuntu. So this is, I think, the signification of my name. Something which is special because this is the name of my mother. I do not have the name of my father, of my uncle. No, I have the name of my mother. There is specific history. Maybe one day I will give you more detail, but only thing that I have the name of my mother. So this is something for me which is very specific on the fact that this is the name which was, in whole time give to the girl only. So it was the name of my mother because she born after several ceremony, difficulties to have children. And when I born, my mother said, okay, this guy will have the same name than myself. So I was called as my mother.
That's
This is
beautiful.
the signification of
That's beautiful. Look at how
So-
rich you guys who are listening out in YouTube land. Look at the culture, the rich culture, the deepness of that. Never think that you're nothing. We are so special. And yeah, I'm taking notes still. I got to talk. Just by our names, we got, oh, you can't see that. Just by our names alone, we got some key. There you go. Kongo lessons, right? Just from the names, just from our names, guys. You can learn Kikongo just by the names. I know
Sure.
what it means. All right.
in
Got
my
some- Yes, sir.
in my spare time, I'm working on not the signification of the name, but since 10 years, I'm working on that, on the reason why parents choose give a name to their children. Because in Africa, in Congo mainly, there is no reason to give the father name to the children. There is no main reason. So my work is about how the parents select or choose the name to give to the children. Why this name? This is the uncle name, the grandfather name, the grandmother name. How? What is the mindset to choose the name? Not the first name, not the family name. We cannot talk about the family name because I have the name of my mother, my brother. We do not have the same name. So talk about family name is very, very complicated. But my work is about that topic to try to understand and make some comparison with what is done in Europe, what is done in Asia, what is done in pre-Columbian Americas. I try to make all this study and to identify something which is common or something which is fully different, how along the history, since a very, very long time, the human are choosing the name to give to their children. This is topic I'm working on since a very, very long time. And yeah, I wrote several things, but I'm not yet ready to publish because I have full of things to try to fix before I go for the potential publication. But I'm working on that since a very, very long time. This is very, very interesting subject and not so easy because I want to do something clear, which can be understood by every people and you can be applied all around the world.
Ingeta. I'm excited because whenever that's ready, our federation is going to have our own library, and your books, Brother Luya Lucas books, and anybody else who's writing books, we're going to have our own library so that our people who are lost, the diaspora all over the world, can find it and learn quickly because time is speeding up. All right, who's next? Sister Patrice. I mean, who's next?
You calling me out. Hi, I'm Patrice, and I'm in the United. That's right. I'm in the United States. I was born and raised in Kansas City, Kansas, but I reside right now in California. My father's side and my mother's side, we're all there. I'm a descendant from the captives. The one that came by force, but they didn't come by choice. And they put them in Louisiana. And most people don't know, Louisiana had a plantation. And on that plantation, the majority of the captives came from Angola. So after slavery, they closed down the plantation and they made it into a prison. It's one of the hardest prisons in the United States, and they named it Angola after the slaves. So those are my people. So I know in my knower who I am, and I'm just honored to be here amongst my sisters and my brothers, and to let you know all of you are beautiful in my eyes, and I appreciate you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, who's next? That was so beautiful. I'm feeling it. Yes, we have our brother. Oops, I didn't say it.
My name is Kia Te Zwa Lubanjadio Luyaluka. I'm from Democratic Republic of Congo, and presently I'm touring Africa. I started with Kenya, and now I'm in Brazzaville, in Republic of Congo, but I'm from the Democratic Republic of Congo. I don't know what will be my next step, but now I'm here in Brazzaville in order to spread the news of our spirituality. Thank you.
Ingeta, Ntomene Yangalala. That's amazing. That's what I want to do. Go travel and tour. I don't have no book that I wrote though, but this is just, that's amazing because I've heard a lot of things about, and I know by faith that it'll be easier in the motherland to travel within the motherland. Is not easy because each country almost makes it harder for the continental African to travel within Africa. So to hear that it's happening with our brother Luya, because that name, Luya Luka, let me in. With a name like Luya Luka, you better let him in. You're gonna get it. All right. I see a young brother whose name is iPhone. It's on the bottom of my screen. Would you like to introduce yourself? Yeah, you got your microphone off.
Am I on?
Yes.
Okay, good afternoon, brothers and sisters.
Yay. Yenge.
Yeah. My name is DJ Green, the Peacemaker. That's business name, but my original names are Donatian or Donacier Mahanga. Mahanga is a name given by my parents, father and mother, meaning a stranger. I was born far from my parents' village. I'm originally from the Democratic Republic of Congo in the North Kivu province. And I'm so happy and proud to be part of this meeting, learn and discover our very, very handsome and beautiful brothers and sisters in diaspora.
Thank
I'm
you.
now living in USA, Dayton, Ohio.
Yes. Oh, yes. I remember you. You came by 2 weeks ago.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, you were the guy on the outside.
Yeah. So I do music to inspire and teach the world about my originality as an African, and I do construction. So those are two things I do within the US.
Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow. Gizambote, I'm saying you welcome in Kikongo. Gizambote.
Nasepeli mingi.
Yes. I know mingi means a lot.
Yes, I'm very happy. Nasepeli mingi.
Oh,
that's
cool.
Lingala.
That is Lingala.
Yes. Hey, brother.
Awesome. All right, I see somebody else down there on my screen. I'm seeing the name Punga. Your microphone is off. Oh, he disappeared. Oh, I hope I didn't scare him away. Maybe they'll come back.
He'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, he'll be back. Oh, he's back. Hey, Punga. Would you like to introduce yourself? Oh, he probably can't talk. Just called him out. Anyways, you know what I'm gonna do real quick before we go to the agenda? I want to try breakout rooms. There's only 6 of us. And the reason why I want to introduce you to breakout rooms is that one day when we get classes going, it's a way to kind of, you see how we're all together in this one space? In Zoom, you can actually put people together 2 by 2. It's called breakout rooms. So I'm going to do that just for 2 seconds. Yenge! Somebody just came in. So don't be scared. So I'm going to create 3 breakout rooms, and it's set up to assign automatically. When you see each other, I'm only going to let you in there for not even 2 minutes. It'll be 1 minute. And I want you guys to just kind of sort of introduce yourself to each other, but you're only going to see like 2 people in the room. So this screen of 8 of us. Oh, since there's 8, then I'm going to make 4 rooms. No, I'll keep it I'll make, there's 8 of us. I'll make 3 rooms, and then we'll dissipate. All right. So you're going to go into breakout rooms. Just get ready. See each other one-on-one. I'll end it in 1 minute, just so you can feel what it's like if you've never been in a breakout room on WhatsApp. They're good because you can, like when we start learning Kikongo, sometimes all of everybody talking at the same time is a little too much, but when you have that one-on-one person helping you learn Kikongo, it's going to be great. So what you can practice is yenge, kiambote or mbote. You can practice really quick. 1 minute. I promise I'll get you out. Here we go. Don't be scared. Oh, I see how I see who's in the room with each other. Here we go. All right. So you can pick the room. Yep. Don't go in there. Go into your rooms. So our participants have 30 seconds. Hola, hermana.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Buenas tardes.
Muy buenas. Todo el mundo está en los breakout rooms, están practicando hablar uno con uno. Yo puse en grupos pequeños. So ahora poco a poco todo el mundo está regresando a la pantalla.
De acuerdo, pero
Sí.
yo recién entré en una pantalla y luego salí.
Entiendo.
Ujú. No pude hablar con nadie, sino que salí de la sala y estoy ahora contigo.
Está bien, y con nuestros hermanos que salieron también.
Sí. ¿Y cómo has estado? ¿Cómo has pasado?
Todo bien.
Me alegra.
La semana que viene vamos a estar. Oh, everybody's coming back. Welcome back, everybody.
Always back, yeah. It was very short, huh?
How did you guys like the breakout rooms? I get mixed feelings with that. Sometimes when I would do that with my students, it's like, no, miss, don't do that. They feel claustrophobic because now you have this big room, and then now you got this one person that you have to talk to. But remember, we're going to learn Kikongo, and that's a great way to learn. So big.
I enjoyed it.
Yes, awesome.
Yes.
It gives you a little bit more intimacy with the person that you're trying to learn, because honestly, this is the best we can do, virtual. We're not able to actually physically see each other. We're using technology, and the breakout room is a way to, okay, you talk to this person, you talk to this one. So they set Zoom up to be able to have these intimate conversations, which is great. I'm going to go back to the agenda and continue. See how far I got. All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we went over the acronym. We just got finished doing self-introductions, the name of our names, and we got some great Kikongo lessons from that. Just knowing each other's name. And I haven't even talked about, I didn't even introduce myself. Hold up. I didn't introduce myself. Mono y Kana. I am Kana. Kana can be Madia. I was born in the state of Ohio in the United States. I currently live in the state of Massachusetts, and I work in Connecticut. So a little bit of everything. Spent a lot of time in Canada when I was a child. I was introduced to different languages way early. One of the first languages I learned how to speak was a Native American tongue. The tongue was called Cree, because my father, he's a pastor, and he traveled to the North Country in Canada and stayed with the Cree and Ojibwe nation. That's the politically correct way to say it. Instead of saying Indians, they call themselves nations. So the Cherokee Nation, the Cree Nation. Anyways, that's a little bit more background than I told last week. I'm happy to be here and to see all of you on the screen. And now that I introduced myself, I'm going to go back to the agenda because I know me. I can get to yappity yapping because of my excitement. So we've all introduced ourselves, said what country we're from and the country that we are residing in. All right, the vision and the history, we did that, and we did see the little diagram with the chapters. So soon, just imagine your country will have enough people in the Federation that we can open a chapter. That's what we're waiting to do. But we need to keep learning it. So I've already gone through that little image that we saw earlier, and I'll show it later on, but I want to move forward in the agenda. So that little image with the circles was to help us remember. Okay, so vocabulary and Proverbs, and I remember going through this. So we've got, last week we learned Yenge Mbote, and now this week I chose Kiambote, Kiaku, Kiambote Kienu. I'm going to stop it. Kiambote Kiaku, Kiambote Kienu. So I'm going to hold up my finger. This is the way I would teach. Kiambote Kiaku, Kiambote Kienu. Meaning, if I'm talking to one person, I'm going to say Kiambote Kiaku as a greeting. Or if I'm talking to two or more people, I'm going to say Kiambote Kienu. That would be great to go back in the breakout rooms. I'm not going to put y'all back in those rooms again. But if you see one person, you can say to them, Kiambote Kiaku. Now, we have native speakers in here. Was I correct? Kiambote Kiaku is for a single person, and Kiambote Kienu is for plural. All right, I got the thumbs up. The only other thing I can tell you that I learned about Kiambote Kienu is it's plural, or Kiambote Kienu, if I'm talking to an elder, I can address him in the plural. I'm coming too straight. Oh, I got the approval. I passed my test. Kiambote Kienu. I'm talking to someone who I call Mfumu, or someone who I call Mbuta, which is an elder. If I talk to an elder, I may want to switch Kiambote Kiaku to Kiambote Kienu. I love my Kikongo. I want to get it right. And this is for all of us out who are watching us through YouTube. We have a culture that's rich. We have a way that we address our elders. We have a way that we address people in the singular and the plural. So this is not just any old language. This is very sophisticated, there's hierarchies, and I feel like I'm getting back something. So awesome. All right. Salakiambote. Oh, he's gotta go, he's gotta leave us. Okay. So yes, let's practice. Kiambote Kiaku. So if you're talking to one person, Kiambote Kiaku. You know how I can tell? Because the aku ending is, I find that in a lot of possessive things aku goes with the one person, and enu goes with plural. Because I've been studying enu.
Okay.
And I made my little Kikongo cube for when I teach children. Got yao plural, so it kind of matches yetu, us, yao, them. Ano, yeah, that's the one I was looking for. Ano is y'all plural, so I'm saying kieno, and it ends with ano, and so that's how I know I'm talking to y'all. And aku, well, that would go with ngeye, or, but anyways, that's not completely connected. But so when in a situation where I'm seeing all of us on the screen, I could literally say to you guys, "Kiambo te quiero." Anybody else want to try it? "Kiambo te quiero." I picked Mr. Peace.
Kiambo te quieto.
"Kiambo te quiero."
Kiambo te quiero.
Yes, you're a fast learner. You're awesome. Pop. That's because you already speak a Bantu language. Yes, that's beautiful. Matondo. Matondo, matondo, matondo. Thank you very much.
Kiambo te kanu.
Kiambo te quiero.
Kienu. Kienu. Okay.
Now, if you were just talking to me, you could say Kiambo te kiaku. Aku. Aku for one. Kiambo te quiero. Kiambo te quiero. So I'm opening up this YouTube and I'm going to say Kiambo te quiero. I can do the same thing with Yenge. Yenge quiero. Yenge quiero. I hear people say that.
Sure.
Mfumu Moyo is always putting in videos and whenever they introduce themselves. Yenge quiero. Yenge quiero. Kiambo te quiero. So I'm starting to pick it up. I was overwhelmed.
Eno mean for you. Kiambo te quiero.
Yep. You in the plural, right?
Yeah.
Plural you? Yes.
Plural, or as you were saying, when you are talking to the elder, or in the respect conversation, yeah, you will always use the plural for the when you are talking to your parent, you can use the plural.
Awesome.
Yeah, you will always say beno. Eno mean you, and plural. Don't, every time you are adding eno at the end of the sentence, mean for you. Come au, aku for you, also in the singular.
Yeah.
Also,
Aku.
yeah.
Aku is singular, enu plural.
Yeah.
Aku, enu. Aku, enu. Enu, enu, aku.
Yeah. This means for you, bala, baku, your children, for singular. Aku, always aku at the end of things. I'm working on that things. Maybe one day I will share with you all the things I'm writing about that, because I want to teach to my children born in France who do not speak Congo fluently. So I'm trying to write things for them to be able to read and to understand.
Ingeta, we're bringing it back. We're reconstructing our nation.
Sure.
A nation without walls. This is beautiful. And then as you share it here in YouTube, you're not just going to be teaching your kids. Any person who's listening to this video is going to be learning Kikongo. We're going to build a library. It's going to be great. Everybody likes digital stuff. Some people like handheld books. Some people, we're going to have both. We'll have digital books, handheld books, so that there will be no excuse for us to get our language back. If they take down the website, we're going to have the book you can touch. If the book you touch gets burnt, we're going to have the virtual book. We're going to have backups all the time. So nothing's going to happen to us. This is our time. Prophecy is being fulfilled. I'm super excited. I can't contain it. Yeah. And Enu, I was going to say, if I can put in some Ebonics, Kiambo te quiero. In Ebonics, how y'all doing? That's really what it means. How y'all doing? Kiambo te kiaku. How you doing? So in Ebonics. So that's cool. All right, let me get back to the PowerPoint so we can see what else is in store. We got a proverb of the day. Check this out. One of the words is already there. Kiaku kiaku. Kiangana kiangana. Kiaku kiaku. Kiangani kiangani. So
Kiangana, kiangana. Kiaku, kiaku, kiangana, kiangana.
yes.
Yeah.
I was given this proverb with two different pronunciations. One is Kiangani Kiangani. It was told that it was a different variant, and then Kiangani, but it was spelled both ways. That was a typo. But yes, something about, and I know y'all is gonna help me. It means something about what's yours, what's Kiangani. What's yours is yours. What's mine is mine. Something like that. I forgot. What's the meaning? Oh, Luya Luca, your microphone, brother Luya Luca, is your mic is off. It's coming, it's coming. Suspense. There we
Yeah,
go.
Now
All
it's
right.
okay.
yeah.
Now your
So,
mic is on.
kiaku, kiangana, kiangana. Yours belongs to you. But what doesn't belongs to you belongs to others. So respect the property of other people.
Love it.
Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a deep meaning. We could take that at sub level, deep level. We could apply it to his history. We could apply it to what happened to our ancestors. Don't take what don't belong to you.
That's right.
This diaspora is coming back. And like I think all those, well, all the way down. You could tell it to a little kid for something simple like give this back, but then you can apply it to government. What did you steal? Somebody put a video in one of our chats, and it looked like they were trying to defend, give back the artifacts that belong in the kingdom that were stolen. So kiaku kiaku kiangana kiangana kiaku kiaku kiangana kiangana.
And there is another version of the same saying.
It sounds like, let me guess, what's mine is mine and what's yours is yours.
What's mine, it is a belonging. But what belongs to all of us, I cannot say, oh, that is for me. That is for all of us.
Nice. Oh, this is good. It's almost bringing like a sense of behavior. Expected behavior. Would that be
respecting public things?
I like this. This is what Europe is gonna have to do. You better respect.
Yeah.
It's coming back, and we are witnessing it. Kiaku kiaku kiangana kiangana. Love it. That's easy enough.
There is something which is very, very important with these proverbs. I read the book, someone will make a thesis about collecting maybe 1,000 proverbs of Kikongo. And based on that, it tried to explain how the Congo community was organized. Because with that proverb, as Brother Ketezwa say, respect the public things, don't make things. So you can set up the organization of the kingdom at that time, or at the time the Congo was really the only languages the guy was practicing without influence of a different community. So he got all the proverb and he tried to say, okay, if people are using this proverb, this means that in this situation, they was organized in that way. And this is really, really wonderful when you go through this kind of thing. The only issue sometimes myself, when I read these proverbs, some of them, I do not clearly understand the meaning. This is maybe I will one day, but sometimes I read things and say, okay, God, maybe I need to learn more to understand the clear meaning of that, because on one proverb you can have several meanings or contextual meanings, and this is something very, very important to understand.
Awesome. This is going to keep going in our growing library. So I'm going to keep sharing. Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say that I agree a lot with what Brother Malanda says, because I think that the Proverbs give an image of the culture of the people. You can see the different some proverbs that we have today give also an image of the people of today, because there are some French proverbs. If you listen to them, you understand some of their behaviors as well. For example, there's a French proverb that says, "If you want peace, prepare war," for example. So if you have such a proverb, I think that you are always at war in some certain way.
Interesting. That makes a lot of sense.
That's it. So, but that's just one example. I think there are many others which can make you think of the culture of the people, which shows up in the proverb that they have.
That's beautiful. So anybody listening, through our proverbs, we can start reconstructing our stolen history as well.
I think so.
This is beautiful. So, and of course, once we learn Kikongo, our brains will even understand it even at a deeper level, because we're hearing the translation of the proverb, but knowing it right from without having to be translated. That is where you become a fluent speaker. When you just you understand it as you're hearing it, and you can get those levels. That's one of the things I strive for when I'm learning different languages, is to get it without having to translate. When I hear Kikongo, I want to hear it first time. So if I need to keep translating, that means I'm not fluent yet. Yes, my brother.
Those who want to know more about Kongo Proverbs, they can turn to a book titled Kongo Proverbs by Oscar Stephen Strong. It is free on Facebook.
Okay, I'm writing it down. Kongo Proverbs.
By Oscar Stephen Strong.
Oscar
Stephen Strong.
That's amazing.
It is free. It is free on Facebook. It is in French and English.
Free on Facebook in French and English.
No, not on Facebook, on the internet.
Oh, free on the internet. Free online. Yes. In 2 languages, French and English. When we're done, I'm gonna put that link in the chat, in the English chat.
Yeah.
I won't put it in the Spanish group. Well, maybe there may be others who speak in our Spanish group in the Federation who speak English as well, or maybe they want to challenge themselves. That'll be a great way. All of us in the diaspora are trying to get it back. So we got this. What's yours belongs to you. All right. There's some little bit of housekeeping. We're still calling for subscriptions to our YouTube channel. The next slide is going to show the link. But last time, I think everybody here subscribed to the channel. But if you did not yet subscribe, we have a YouTube channel. We have a TikTok channel. We don't have Instagram yet, but we have YouTube, TikTok, WhatsApp, and Facebook. Earlier in the day, I put a form for us it's for ID cards. So it did finally go out. I was a little slower than I thought I was. So filling out that form would get us to the point where we can do ID cards. So we'll have an identification that says, I am a member officially of the Kongo Federation. So I will, the link is in this PowerPoint as well. And I'll show where it is in the WhatsApp group. WhatsApp groups. This is a quick reminder to always invite new people to the Federation in the meetings. And what I'm doing can be duplicated. Please apply if you're willing to help the Federation grow by taking leadership roles via hosting meetings. I'm your host today, Kanan Kembi Madia. You can host meetings in your own language. So we were talking about French. We want the French group to have their own Zoom meeting so that they can freely talk without having to not know. Many people in the French group wanted to join, but they felt too intimidated to come because of the English language barrier. Training is available. So there's that. And the last thing on the agenda, closing statement. What is the closing statement? Thanks for attending. The second meeting. It was a pleasure to meet with you all. Again, I look forward to seeing you at the next, but we're not done yet. That was the agenda. Oh, and the next meeting is Sunday, November 19th, Eastern Standard Time. But that's 2 Sundays from now. That's 2 weeks away. Next week, however, we do have the meeting in Spanish. That will be November the 12th, I believe. Yes. November the 12th, next Sunday. Same thing in Spanish. I'll just say it in Spanish. El próximo domingo vamos a reunirnos acá como estamos haciendo en inglés para todos los que hablan español. Vamos a reunirnos el 12 de noviembre 2023. So for those who don't speak Spanish, next Sunday, 12th of November, we will meet and we will go through this whole thing. Para los que hablan español e inglés, o si quieren escuchar, estamos aquí como nuestra querida hermana María Lourdes. Hola. She's here. I thank her, so I'm going to tell her in Spanish. But I just want to say thanks to her. She's faithfully showing up. She doesn't speak that much English, but she's here to support us. Isn't that just wonderful? That's the family. This is the attitude. She's got what we're talking about. Coming, even though English isn't the domain. Yo les dije que le agradezco mucho a usted por venir, aunque el inglés no es su idioma principal. Usted vino, usted nos apoya, me siento tan alegre. Entonces, yandalala, porque usted vino. And earlier we had my dear sister, Leisha Quiñones, who took over the meeting from last Sunday. I'm still grateful for that. I gave her a shout out earlier and she did pop in earlier. But I'll see her soon. And soon, I can't wait for us to meet in person. One big hug for all of you guys already. We haven't seen each other in person. We're separated by an ocean. But at least we can see each other. Thanks for technology on that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's just like, this is so exciting because like, if I do a screenshot and say, oh, I was talking to my family, they're not going to say, no, you weren't. You were talking to somebody from the motherland and some people were from California and some people from Africa. They won't be able to tell that we're not a family. Look how beautiful we look. All of you, I mean, we're family, period. As the kids say, period. That's like the new slang. They like to say period and just add emphasis to it. Period. We're a family. Period. Slang English. And meaning we are definitely a family. It's like we look alike. I have families that looks like you guys. I mean, there's nothing about any of your faces that doesn't look like my family. It's like I want to like cry or something.
That is so true.
It's like, you know, this is why we're doing these Zooms, to see each other's faces.
And we have the same objective.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, you know, I can't tell that you're in France. I can't tell that Luya Luca is in Brazzaville. I can't tell. All I can tell is we look like family. That's all I can tell.
Yep.
There's nothing. So this is so, if I could say, thank you, Zoom. These video conferences,
for sure.
softwares. Look at what we could do with technology. This is, wow. So, wow. I don't know. I have this little thing here with this little lady with the African. It says, beautifully blessed. That's how I feel right now. Beautifully blessed.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. We did it. And this is only the beginning.
Yeah,
There's so much more.
sure.
Y'all gonna write new books. Y'all already wrote books. You're gonna write more books because there's so much to reveal.
Certainly.
I'm excited about what Luya Luca is doing because going to that's already like crossing the borders. I watch people on YouTube, they're like, man, we live right next to each other, and they go through so much trouble just crossing the borders. And here we are, it's happening. And we can
Yeah,
use this YouTube and say, look, it's happening. So if he can do it, you can do it. I'm really talking to the young people because we need you young people. If you're listening to us, you see us, old folks. I just took care of a little age right the other day.
we all do. We all
My
do
little
take a
secret.
age.
I got some silver spots too. I just like made them disappear. We need you young people. Look at the example that's set before you in this YouTube channel. We need you to step up and follow your elders. They have led a beautiful path for you. Not all, but the ones in here, yes, they have beautiful things to share with you so that when y'all get older, you can share it with your children. You do have a legacy. You do have a culture. A lot of African Americans are told you don't have no culture. You don't have no language. You don't have anything. Well, now that we have this federation, we now have a language. We have a culture. We have ways that we behave. We have proverbs that we can learn how our ancestors taught through enigmas and stories. That takes genius to be able to hear a proverb and learn a behavior. I'm impressed. I'm excited. I'm going to go back to the agenda and make sure I didn't forget anything. I know I did. But all right, so we know that we're meeting each other in the next 2 weeks, and by then we're going to have more people. Oh, here's our, that's what I wanted to show you guys. I was so proud of myself for making this. Okay, so the first version is Kiaku Kiaku Kiangani Kiangani, and the one that we said was Kiaku Kiaku Kiangana Kiangana. So I did my little techno piece. Listen to this. We got a recording. We are going to supply this recording to everybody in our WhatsApp chat. So this can be like your homework. Let's hear it. This is an online recorder.
Kiaku Kiaku Kiangani Kiangani.
That was the first one. Yes. And the second one, which is another version of Kikongo. Kikongo has different variants like accents. No big deal. Second version.
Kiaku Kiaku Kiangana Kiangana.
Yes. All right, so we got it. Kiangana, Kiangana.
Kiangana.
And then Kiangani, Kiangani.
Kangani. Oh, Kangani.
Perfect. Yeah, they're the same proverb. It's just different pronunciations.
Yeah, interesting thing. Yeah.
One of them, I think, is DRC. Y'all can tell me. Which one would be like what you would say in the DRC? Kiangana, Kiangana?
No, Kiangani, Kiangani.
Ah, okay.
But even in DRC, I think you can find people who will say Kiangana. It depends. I'm a Mwesingombe, and has a Mwesingombe, I will say Kiangani, Kiangani.
Kiangani.
Kiangani, Kiangani. Awesome.
In Brazzaville, globally, myself, I'm saying Kiangana, Kiangani.
Perfect.
That's right.
Sometimes there are people, another variant of Kikongo, they are not say Ki, they are say Chi. Sometimes you will hear people say Chaku, Chaku, Changana, Changana. It's the same thing.
Yeah. I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Malanda just said, I was about to say the same thing. You're completely right. Yeah.
I love this.
Because depending on their history, there are some explanation on the way people shift from Ki to Chi. There are some explanation. I don't know if this is scientifically demonstrated, but there are some explanation, and there are some things which remain, something which is important in Kikongo. This is the way you are using the plural of the word. Normally, when you say Kima, plural will be Bima. And there are one word, people are saying Chi in some area, but in the plural, it like they use Ki.
I see.
Yeah, and people sometimes, the guy who do not study this kind of situation, they do not understand why this plural is totally different, it appears incoherent. But it's because at the beginning they were saying Ki, and the plural is with the part of the Ki, and now people were saying Chi, they don't understand the meaning of that. But there are several things, maybe during our meetings, we can share this kind of the little difference, the little
the variance.
Yeah, the variant, to understand and to don't be afraid when you hear someone saying things totally different on what you learn. You say, oh, what is languages? I do not understand. But no, it's absolutely the same idea and the same mindset behind.
That's good you're sharing that, because I did let myself get frustrated and like, how many ways can you say hello? I thought I finished. Oh, 20 more. But I've learned to cherish it as the richness of the language and the richness of the accents, just like we have accents in the United States. So we have accents in Kikongo, and it's beautiful. It doesn't take anything away from it. It shows our beauty.
Back the car and get the water out.
Yes. The next slide, we're pretty much wrapping it up, but this is just a summary of everything we learned. We learned Yange, and those are the little recordings. I tried my best. Y'all gonna correct me. I'm putting myself on the line. This is a language learning technique. When you're learning a language, one of the most important things, because I love learning languages, I speak English and Spanish fluently, but I have learned a lot of other languages, a lot. And one of the secrets is to allow yourself to be corrected, if I can say it like that. You have to be humble. You have to eat humble pie. Even if, for example, I've been speaking Spanish for over 40 years. And there's always something I might mess up on because it's not my first language. It won't ever be my first language. I speak it pretty good. I fool a lot of people, but I am an African American. I'm not an Afro-Latino. Those people do exist. There are people from Latin America who are African descendants. And people think I'm one of those because I speak Spanish fluently. But I always I'm humble. I ask the native speaker, how do you say it? Am I saying this correctly? So I'm going to let you guys listen to my pronunciation of those words before we close out. And then I will provide them in our WhatsApp chat. And for those of you watching, maybe you want to join the Federation. Ha ha ha.
Also, to include the meaning, just so we can get it familiarized in our heads as well.
Indeed, yes. So since I didn't write the meaning under there, Yange, remember that means peace. It also means joy.
Right.
Peace and joy.
Right.
All right, so let's hear how I do, and I will be judged in front of the native speakers in this chat, in this YouTube. Here we go. What I said was
Yange.
Did I pass? I passed the test? Oh, that was me saying Yange. How did I do, my native speaker brethren?
Yange.
Yes? Could y'all hear that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Did I do what? Did I do okay with Yange?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Next word. I have to close this out. The next thing we learned from last week was mbote. All right, so here I go again. I'm putting myself out there.
Mbote.
Okay. So far, I'm passing this test. And we learned this one today. Kiambo te kiaku. Here I go.
Jambo te kiaku.
Yeah.
Jambo te kiaku.
So if you're wondering what in the world am I using, it's an online recorder. It's called Vocaroo Online. We use it in our language classes. Vocaroo, and it's free. It's digital, but since we're recording in YouTube, everybody can hear it. So if you're deciding to teach, consider this Vocaroo, especially if you don't want to use the space on your cell phone. And the one we were talking about, kieno, we use to plural. Kiambo te kieno, greetings, plural greetings, or greetings to an elder. This is the last part of the test.
Jambo te kieno.
All right, was that a little off?
Jambo te kieno.
How did I do? Did I pass?
Yeah.
I passed
Yeah.
the test? Oh,
Mhm.
4 out of 4. I got 100. Way. I'm excited. And then, okay, of course, there's our proverb, kiaku kiaku kiangani kiangani, or kiaku kiaku kiangana kiangana. How did I do on that pronunciation?
It's good.
Yes, I passed again. All right, so we're about to close out. Can any of one of you guys remind us what does the meaning of our proverb of today mean? Kiaku kiaku kiangana kiangana, or kiangani kiangani.
What belongs to you is yours, but what doesn't belong to you is not yours, which means be respectful of other people's properties.
Yes. Don't touch what doesn't belong to you. Nice.
Mhm.
This is beautiful. So by next week, we'll have all these words plus this proverb, and we are going to have, when I say next week, I mean 2 weeks from now, we're going to have a proverb each time we meet. It's going to be different. And I am not closed to getting suggestions. This is from our Mfumo Moyo. He supplied this, and maybe you guys can, especially if we already have a proverb book, we can tackle proverbs. And I like this one because for the diaspora who are learning Kikongo, I find it's quite easy to pronounce. I heard some other ones and I was like, whoa, that's too fast. All right, so this is just reminding us of our social media platforms. That's a Twitter symbol. We don't have Twitter yet. That looks like the WhatsApp symbol. TikTok. So we have TikTok. We don't yet have Instagram. Snapchat, we don't have a Snapchat. We do have is Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, and YouTube. Yes. I was like, I know we have 4. This is the Instagram. Oh, I'm not going to try to guess. You know what? Turn, little box. All right, so this is just those, the top one I put in the chat today, the card that we can fill out. This is the YouTube channel link and our Facebook.
Oh, with the ID card, are we using our government name or how we to fill that out?
For the ID card, I didn't use my government name. I used my Kikongo name.
Gotcha.
So I'll leave that up to y'all.
Okay.
Like from, you know what I'm thinking, when I get a Federation card, I don't want no government name on it. I want my Kikongo name on it.
Got it.
I'm actually considering legalizing that as a name, but you know, I'm tossed up in between because I'm like, but if I leave here, what does they care? So those are the things. So that's that, I think. Oh, yep. Just a reminder of our next meeting, Sunday, November 19th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. And there's, I think that's one last message. Invite your family and your friends so that we can keep growing. We are fulfilling prophecy. Yes. Via this, great federation, International Federation of the Descendants of the Kongo Kingdom. I guess briefly I can tell, and maybe our brethren can help me out. But when people think of the Congo, they think of the current country of DRC, or some of them actually think of Republic of Congo, the ones that bear the name Congo with the letter C. But when we say Kongo Kingdom and we have those two big K's there, it's referring to the kingdom that is now, I believe, 5 countries, 3 main countries, Congo DRC, Congo Brazzaville, and Angola, but also parts of Gabon and parts of Cameroon. Am I correct?
Yes.
But you know what? I actually started doing some history, and the Congo Kingdom went way further down, almost like South Africa in parts, you know. So it was a bigger than we know. I was surprised. I was like, I had heard that, but I recently either read something or listened to someone read something that the Congo Kingdom, like maybe farther than Tanzania, all the way down Namibia area. So our kingdom was great, and it doesn't get enough credit. There is a document that I have in somewhere, and it talks about the hidden ancestry of Congos in America. Bantu hidden histories, because they don't tell us anything about that. They always make us think just West Africa, that's it. So I didn't even believe that we could go beyond West Africa.
Yeah, I have that book. It's something, the title, something to the effect of the Congo and the United States, something to that effect. I have the book, and they have different names of different areas in the South with key Congo names and meaning. Yeah, I have the book. Yeah.
Yeah, our Congo ancestry is way underrated. Though I took a DNA test and it did show my Congo ancestry, I think it's way underrated. So I won't talk any more about that, since everybody's can't say certain things online. I'm just gonna just zip it. And I'm just gonna tell you, I'm excited to be a part of the Kongo Federation, the International Federation of the Descendants of the Kongo Kingdom. Wow, anybody who has any closing words to our YouTube audience before I start going, woo, I'm excited. Feel free, jump in, say anything. Talk to your future grandkids. Listen, my dearies, you will learn the Kikongo language. That's going to be your first language. I'm excited. I try to do my best, even with in school, teaching the little words, just little bits, keep them the cookie trail, lead it back. Well, if we don't have any other thing to say, it feels like I'm skipping something. Then I'm going to quickly run through that agenda, that PowerPoint, make sure I'm not missing anything. But as I'm going backwards, thank you all for coming. Thank you for being with us in this beautiful journey. I feel like we're on acceleration mode, because I'm especially thankful to our elders in this group, because, you know, we have something. We had a culture where we have elders, and they took that away from us here on the other side. They even broke down our family structure so we could have nothing. But look at what that Zambis did. We're coming back, and the elders are here. You know, the United States has painted a horrible picture of elders as non-functional, but no, we have a lot to learn from our elders. So this was a great meeting. I'm excited. It looks like we did get through everything. I just want to show that image again. This is where we're headed. We're headed this way. We're going to look like this. But I want you guys to imagine that there's so many more circles. Just think of every country in the world. There's 100 and something. Just imagine if when the Federation is fully functioning, it'll say FIDRK and all these names, it'll be splattered all around. And there will be somewhere where we can keep up with each other all over the world through that structure. And it's a constant back and forth in the center to duplicate everything, the history, the culture, the language, setting ourselves up. I'm going to get back there. Next week, every time we meet, we're going to go deeper into what we see in that image. Right now, as we're meeting each other, it's about reconciliation, unity, and this is what we feel with each other. And I'm sure those of you who are watching can feel that unity amongst each other, the brotherhood, sisterhood, if you will. Yeah, I think we did it. International Federation of Descendants of the Kongo Kingdom. We'll have to close this out and show our faces again. Look at that. We got a black lion. Yenge.
Yenge.
Yenge, brother lion.
Yenge.
You're mute.
Yenge.
Oh, there we go.
Mbote, Yenge.
Mbote. We're about to close out, but you have any closing words?
My charting this out. I just caught the last thing, so I really have nothing to say, but just greeting everyone. Greetings.
Thank you.
Kiambote. Okay. Well, I didn't learn how to say goodbye in Kikongo. I believe it is Salakiambote, and the response is Wenda Kiambote, something like that. So I'm just going to say Salakiambote, everybody. Thank you for coming. Ingeta, Ibobo. So until November 19th, Zambi Kasambula. May the Most High bless you.
Kusambulang penge.
Ingeta, receive it. Oh, y'all just wait. I'm going to be speaking Kikongo. My goal is I'm going to give myself 1 year. I listened to, I have some recordings. It's got to come out. It's got to come out. But we're going to do it together. It's not going to be no one-man show. Everybody's going to help us learn. We got books. We got everything. And so it's awesome. All right. I always have a hard time closing this out. Oh, help. I can't push the button that says end. I can't do it. But I have to. So we keep coming out. So we're going to all invite everybody that we know to join us. Some there were people who were on here. They just didn't show their face. So I believe we were like about maybe 10 of us at times, because I saw it. So anyways, Salakiambote. All right, I gotta do it again, or I'll be doing that for like 3 hours. Bye. Okay, see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.